Our next topic is Press Trust of India (PTI). After 1953, the Press Trust of India has been an important source of primary details of all important events and of the article on important issue. The Press Trust of India has provides reports, photographs and articles on financial and scientific issues to newspaper. The Press Trust of India (PTI) is founded on 27 August 1947. Its headquarters is in New Delhi. Near about 1000 plus employees are working here. It is the largest news agency in India. So, what is the work of this PTI? Actually, the PTI has provides report, photographs, and article to the newspapers, different newspapers of India. The newspapers of India, it is getting news and reported from Press Trust of India. It provides news coverage and information of the region in both English and Hindi. And PTI has now started its online service. Then during the 1990s, PTI started using the satellite broadcast technology instead of teleprinters to send news all over the country. Means before 1990s, the Press Trust of India used teleprinters to send the message. Teleprinters means it's an electromechanical device that can be used to send and receive typed message. It is just like it is like telegram. Instead of this, during the 90s, the PTI started using the satellite broadcast technology. And this material is important for writing the history of modern India. And we can collect the information from Press Trust of India. Press Trust of India can provide report, photographs and articles on different issues happened or different matter happened in India. Postage stamps. The postage stamps don't reveal anything on their own, yet a historian make them speak. The historian can understand many things from a postage stamp. Some pictures are there on a postage stamp, but if you are looking at it with the eyes of a historian, you can see many things. Otherwise, some pictures are there, nothing more than that. But you have to watch it carefully with the eyes of a historian. You can see, you can understand many things. There have been many changes in postage stamp since India became independence. The size of postage stamp changed and the different varieties postage stamps are there. The novelty in the subject and color scheme, it is changed. And the postal department issues postage stamp on different themes. For example, the picture of the political leaders, animals, flowers, birds, and etc. Not only that, on different events, they are making postage stamps. Sometimes it issues stamps on silver, golden, and diamond jubilees of any events. For example, on 15th August 1997, we celebrated Golden Jubilee of India's independence. That time, the postal department issued stamps on Golden Jubilee of our independence. Like that, on all important events, postal department issues stamps. Moreover, the postal department issues stamp on the centenary, bicentenary, or tricentenary of different events. What is the meaning of centenary? Centenary means a period of 100 years, means 100th anniversary. And bicentenary means period of 200 years, means 200th anniversary. And tricentenary means, yes, period of 300 years, means 300th anniversary of Means in that time, postal department issues stamps on different anniversaries. So it is a valuable storage of the history. Through postage stamp, historians can collect. Otherwise, if you want, you can collect many information. Material sources. With the help of material sources, we can understand the history. Then, what are the material sources? Coins, place of worship, things in daily use, royal seals, ornaments, museum, clothing, and modern architecture. These are the material source. Material source means we have something to see. Means we can see this place of worship, church, mosque, or temple, that we can see, and ornaments and royal seals, we can see it, something is there, that is material sources, or material properties are there, uh, or we can say sample or specimen for the studies are there, it is there, we can see that, that is material source or the physical sources. So among this we are going to learn the coin and museum, because now this year we are going to study the history from 1961 to 2000. So to understand the history of 1961 to 2000, we can use this coin and museum. So first is coin. We can understand history with the help of coins. The Reserve Bank of India prints the notes. We all know that its headquarters is in Mumbai. How do we understand the history with the help of coins? We can understand history with history from the coins by the metal which used for making them. Which metal is used for making them? By seeing this one, we can understand the history on this coin is made in particular period, 1960s or 1970s it is made. And second thing is, by the different shapes we can understand the history. Means the shape of different coin is 10 paisa, 20 paisa, these shapes are different. By this shape we can understand the history. And the third is by the diversity of subject on them. Some subjects are mentioned on them, on the coin, you can see that. For example, there is a coin in the picture above. This coin communicating the importance of agriculture and of farmers. One coin is there, 1 rupee coin is there. It is 1970s coin. So by seeing this coin we can understand the importance of agriculture or the farmers, or sometimes coins convey the message of population control. And by seeing this coin we can understand the history. So with the help of coins we can understand the history. Museum. All states of India have museums that display the culture and social heritage of the state. They enable us to understand the history. By visiting the museum we can understand the history. For example, the Chhatrapati Shivaji Museum at Mumbai, that is one example. This museum is located in Mumbai, and it shows the heritage of the Maharashtra state. This museum founded in the early years of 20th century. Actually, it is built because to commemorate the visit of George V. George V was the Prince of Wales. He visited that time. To commemorate his visit, this museum built. Means उसका विजिट याद रखने के लिए छत्रपति शिवाजी महाराजा म्यूजियम built. And it is located near the gateway of India. You can visit it. Another example is that Reserve Bank Museum in Pune city. This also the museum. These all museum are under the government. These government museums. Apart from this, means these two museum, it is government museum. Apart from this, another private museums also are there. Some private collectors also set up their own museum. They are based on different subjects. For example, coins, notes, lamps, and nut cutters in different shapes. Cricket equipments are there. So government museums are there, same time private museums also are there. By visiting this museum we can understand the history. By visiting the Shivaji Maharaja museum we can understand many things. So the museums also enable us to understand the history. So in material sources, these two things are important: coins and museum. We can see the coins and we can see museum, visit the museum also. By this we can understand the history of particular state or India. So these are the material sources of history.